It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is...
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And we're underway from Kansas City. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they love to see him fighting. Gets him 3.
Okay, that's a run that's... sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a... that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has his man, it's Mixon. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They got to jump up front as long as none of their guys went early, and this is going to give them the 1st down. Well, whether they intended to run the play or not, it doesn't matter. They drew the flag, and they've got themselves a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, so many times you get to these 4th and shorts, and you know that defense is antsy. You're reminding yourself as a quarterback in that huddle, hold your water, guys. Hold your water, because this defense could get jumpy. They just did.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 28. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Up and good from Blankenship. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
I think we could give him a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. With those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, well, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out, and when he gets there, usually good things follow.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Play action now for Herbert. It's caught. This is NFLUK. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Throwing on first is Herbert. He completes it in traffic. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They'll run Pacheco. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious.
And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish off their opening drive. NFLUK with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 7-3 is our score. Back to Arrowhead. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. From the 32, he's got Smith. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air, Mahomes. He's got him, that's Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Chargers and wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. A quick slant, here's McConkey. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Herbert now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. Step drop. That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Timeout called by the Chargers, their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now motion him out of the backfield. Herbert here, 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, but ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's Mahomes. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
From the 37. That one's complete right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throw, Mahomes. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to the air, Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Another throw for Mahomes. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. So, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. And the Chargers will have a first. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Chargers with a chance to add to their lead. New set of downs for him at the 38. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Able to hit Palmer, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 39. And it brings up an LA first down. Herbert throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Another try following the sack. Touchdown, LA! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes finds his man. It's Worthy. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Mahomes now. Connects on the crosser. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing again, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
This finds Smith. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Again, Mahomes to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. It's about 43 yards for him. Up and good from Blankenship. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the break. The Chargers visitors. Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. Butker on now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the 3rd. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. On the play fake, it's Herbert. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. trying to hit his fullback there. And now it's second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Second and 10 now. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's Pacheco on third. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he's brought down after getting this up across the 15. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Completed left side to Smith. And he'll get it up to the 27. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. You know, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
To the air, Mahomes. That one's complete, right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Taken in by Smith. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second down, looking for options. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first.
So now then, after the penalty, this is first and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So the incompletion on first, here's second and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for two. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. On the return, here comes Austin. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The give to Biteka to start the drive. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Herbert. He's got the hook up to Weaver. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the... Herbert with a blitz coming. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. That pass is caught by Bell. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now it's Mahomes. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
And, hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Chargers will be set up with some great field position here. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
First down from the red zone. This throw is caught. It's an LA touchdown. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And it sets up second down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Has his man, it's Mixon. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Another throw for Mahomes. He's still going at the 30. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
Throwing again, Mahomes. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked.
You know, it really does, Kate. When you see that point blocked, it just deflates. You feel it. The whole sideline gets deflated. But I'll tell you what else it does. It puts a little seed of doubt and thought into your kicker and your special teams. And you hate that. You really do. You want those guys playing with as much confidence as your offense and defense is.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And after a little running, he gets this up to the 32. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chargers holding on to a field goal lead. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Williams now on 1st and 10. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now give left side to Pacheco. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. A tight end in motion now. Second down run by Pacheco. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Chargers beginning to celebrate their win here as they take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock. But the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
With the win in hands, they don't take the knee. Let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. And now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Chargers take this one on the road.
Tighten up defense.